Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Surf Cal. Round 3. Okay, we're going in to land to summon monsters to actually do the boss fights. We've got Kenazo, and we've got, which I should double check, Yang is on Thunder, yes. So we've got Kenazo, and we've got Mylon. Now, one of the, we'll want to switch to fire for Mylon. Mylon shouldn't be super hard. But I say that with that little squeaky voice that indicates that I don't believe that for a minute. No, genuinely, Mylon should not be that bad. We do need to get more stuff here. We're doing another shopping round after this. Depending on what these two items are, so we've basically gotten all of the straightforward stuff at this point. We've got Sealed Cave, which is super out of the way. We've got the two bosses here, which we should be able to take now. Kenazo's a bit rough in Leviathan spot, but it's not unbeatable, and Assure's spot's always a little bit annoying. Mylon shouldn't be too bad there. Let's try this one first. I'm hoping that we can. We've got stuff to do. Oh, exactly the problem. And he's really fast. Okay. Yep, this is a problem. This is why we buy Thor Rages. Also, apparently he's just going to use Wave anyway and just kill us. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a rough spot. Shit. I mean, the good news is he does lots of damage. The bad news is that he's just going to use Wave and counterattack because we didn't scare him off the lightning. Now he's even faster. I'm trying to think of how to parse this out so that it actually works. Do we have Silk Web? I don't think we've got Silk Webs. Yeah, we don't. Okay. Well, I'm actually going to change tact a little then. Let's get this Mylon fight out of the way just to see what it is. Because I really don't want to do that other one. So Mylon's not that bad. Partially because the HP gets split up. Partially because you can freeze all of the zombies. And partially because I believe he's undead. We'll check that right now before we actually start attacking with him. Nope, he's not. Just the second form's undead. Good to know. Woo, dancing dagger. I should really just give him a bow at this point. Using the hourglass means that the little guys are stopped, but it also means that because of how they're stopped, basically. If you kill them, he stops saying "Go, my children," and they stop and wasting a turn on that. Basically. There we go. Oh, undead enemies can't be hit with that. Duh. Let's just do a quick. Wrap this up fast. I forgot that the Ashura spot has like no magic. We probably could have done this one with the first visit. So Pinktail is literally one of the only things, I guess Pinktail and Package both stop us from getting progression at this point. I would say that Cecil, or that Sanderby stops us from getting progression, but I really want a Cecil instead of an Edward at this point, unless I get a spoon, in which case I'll deal with it. But, yeah. Pinktail just gives us more items, and we've got lots of random equipment laying around as it is. Probably could have just done Bacchus there, but oh well. How does he still do a wave? Wave is supposed to be a counterattack. Ugh. I hate this fight. Like, Kainazo, there's a reason Kainazo is always looked at as the worst fight, and this is it. And this is one of the worst spots to have him. Like, by far. And we're dead. He's too fast in this spot. We need those silk webs to actually have a chance. And yeah, wave. I forgot to switch him back from to lightning claws. Not that that would have mattered. The biggest thing with that is lightning claws don't actually, or lightning attacks, like physical attacks with lightning element, just do double damage. They don't actually affect the script where he stops doing his gathering the water. Yeah, this is... The end of this is really rough because this party is doing... It's... Again, I was praising its creativity early on, but at this point, if creativity's not going to cut it, basically. Like, we're getting by, but that doesn't mean we're doing well by any stretch of the imagination, and we really need to be doing well at this point to succeed. That was probably more star rails than I needed. And let's actually just sell our stuff quick while we're here. Okay. Much better. So I think we can still beat it. Like, I'm not worried about not being able to beat the run. I'm mostly just frustrated that we're not getting... Like, there's stuff that could make this party really work, and we're not getting it. We could potentially just finish the game like this. It would be rough, it would be long, but we could do it. Mother Glass Helm, which is worthless against the last boss. And against most of the bosses that we're having trouble with. Let's see, we want to hit Mystia. Or life potions and silk webs. And I didn't actually want those Hermes, so we're just gonna... rid of those wherever they're living. Hey, there's the Asura I was trying to sell. Okay. So we're in much better shape with just stock essentials. We can potentially take Wyvern on without dying horribly. Pinktail wasn't worth turning in. So at this point, my choices are Sealed Cave, Ordeals, Lunar Bosses. Ordeals, you know, as much as fighting 3 bosses in a row for 1 key item doesn't sound worth it right now, it sure sounds worth it by comparison. We should actually be able to take Wyvern. Oh, we haven't fought Pale Dim or Ogopogo, so we may have both of those on our deals, which shouldn't be bad. Shura. Weak to Runax and we can block her healing with Wall. Leviathan. And I forgot to switch rows. I forgot to switch claws there. That's okay. Wave is percentage based. He's going to use Ice 2 otherwise, which should be fairly mediocre because the Mylon Z spot is not super good at that. And the last spot, we know it's not Wyvern, we know it's not Plague, and it only has 1,000 hit points. So we're just going to go in and smack it in the face once. We've still got, like, elements. We know Vivalis is in the Golbez spot. Package. Dark Knight Cecil. Okay. So we can either try to survive 3 rounds here, or we can just hit him in the face. He only has 1,000 hit points. There we go. Much faster, much less painful. Cecil's become paladins. I'm really tempted to go check the package spot. Like I have never been tempted before. Like, I really hate going and turning in the package. It's a really annoying fight. Or a really annoying sequence. It's really long. It's one character. But I feel like it could actually be worth it right now. You could exit from there. Oh well. I'm kind of just feeling like I'm forgetting something. But I don't think I am. Okay, well, if we happen to find the Sand Ruby, we've done that now. What else do we have that we... Yeah. I feel like Moon is next, so... Onward. We'll go finish off those last 2 Moon bosses, and, or at least one of them. I genuinely don't know if we can beat Rubicon as it is. Like, that's a... Rubicon and Kanazo are 2 of the hardest fights in the game as it is. Like, those are the 2 that you don't want to... Well, Rubicon's not that bad, but Glare can be really nasty. But it only hits 1 person. So you basically just don't want him in a really fast spot. The spots they're in are fast and strong. And, like, I'm really hoping we can time the Reflect on the Wyvern. Which I should actually get that into position. And we're going to need to survive multiple rounds after that also. He's not that bad or once you get past the Mega Flare. The Mega Flare just starts off by, you know, reducing your party to cinders instantly. Unless you are very lucky and it's in a very low magic spot. And you have some levels. and magic defense. You get the point. Walk all the way down here again. I suppose the good news is that one of those is the 2-item spot, I believe. I'm trying to remember which one it was. So I don't think it was this one. Yeah. Which means, yeah, it's this one, which is good. That means we get 2 items for the price of 1. Nope. It's not even detecting the run buffer because of how fast this spot is, apparently. Okay. So anchoring Fusoya, that's the whole relative agility thing I was talking about. Fusoya's agility is so low right now that it makes everybody else's feel or seem really good by comparison. That's about what just happened. Crap. Double crap. When I said crap the first time, I was thinking about the fact that that I'd cast slow. I was not thinking about the fact that I'd cast nuke. Of course. Really, really doesn't like that Fusoya. Maybe, please? The worst part about this fight is that then you're stuck on the low battle speed for the rest of it. Really sucks that Yang missed those. Just missed that XP. Of course. What? That's not what I wanted. That could have almost been awful. Okay. Rubicon. This could be a bit rough still. But I think we'll be in better shape. Ish, maybe. Kind of. Actually, how about not fire against the fire guy? Okay. So I'm hoping this will help. So basic goal here is going to be... Oh, I left the battle speed off. Desperately need to get a cure off. Glad I wasted all that time on Edward. I forgot Fire 2 is a counter. This may not have been the best plan. Nah, never mind, I take it back. We'll be fine. We'll still probably be fine. I intentionally equipped Sid in a way that would basically just make him invincible. Unless we get hit with Glare, Sid should be fine. Like, he's gonna take a beating, but I think he can win this race. Never mind. Last shot. We'll see if this finishes it off or not. Nope. Okay. Thunder. Giving up. I'm perfectly fine calling it that. Yeah, there's only a couple spots left. I'm genuinely not sure that this is any harder or easier than the Kenazo spot that we've got. I'm also pretty sure that this would be... I'd prefer to do this after I go get my Cecil. Because I'm totally going to go get Cecil. And then have to grind him up. And it's going to be awful. But there's no way I'm winning with this as it is. Like, this is awful. This party is terrible. And I forgot to turn battle speed up again. Ice 3 should do quads. Just quad 4s, or quad 9s rather. Perfect. So the curse ring has a side effect. And the side effect is, oh, perfect, thank you. I was just gonna get rid of him. The side effect is that when you use it, or when you have it equipped, it absorbs any elements you are weak to, or that you are strong against, rather. The Dragoon armor makes you strong against basic elements. So it goes from resist to absorb, which means that now, instead of having to race against all of the pieces of Rubicant's, basically we just have to make sure we don't get hit with Glare. Glare one-shots, everything else should be fine. I'm also reducing the number of attacks I'm doing to make the counterattack rate less. So instead of constantly swinging with Yang, we're doing Fusoya, dishing out 9s, and Sid. And that's it. I've also got Edward as a backup this time instead of dead. Why do you taunt me, game? It's gotta be because I said I was giving it. It's gotta be. This is the only explanation. So, we've cleared the moon. We now have access to a Cecil, which I'm thinking we're just gonna ditch Yang? Like, I don't know. I got the spoon. I wanted to keep the spoon. I'm not actually sure it's actually a good idea to keep the spoon, Edward, at this point. Because his hit points are terrible. But you know what? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter that much. Like, at this point, I don't feel like it matters. Like, I honestly almost feel like Fusoya is better to get rid of. Or Rosa. Well, I guess I better decide quick. Because I really need to get that grind out on Cecil. Like, I don't feel like Yang's really pulling his weight, but I think he will against Ceramus. And I'm not sure if Rosa is that much better than Fusaya or vice versa. Like, having Nuke is good against bosses, but it's just good against bosses. It's not great against Ceramus if you're doing a Berserk strat. And I've already got somebody casting Cure 4. And Rosa's HP growth is better than Fusaya's. And she has more MP. God, this feels so weird. Mistakes may have been made. Actually, let's do... that. Crystal Shield. Crystal Helm. Sorcerer Robe. Crystal Armor. Like, you can't say no to that. What do we actually have left besides Sealed Cave? It's just Sealed Cave and... yeah. Yeah. It's pretty much just Sealed Cave. God, do we need to do the moon for this? We need to do the moon for this. I wasn't thinking. Like, I feel like the transition times for this are so worth it. Even though we're going to probably be over 3 hours by the end of this. Which I'm really not looking forward to. I feel real like this is really bad. So the trick here is Cecil gets... Cecil's at level 1, which means he's going to get triple experience from the initial fight. Which means if we go down here and get the life glitch off on one of these dragons, we're going to get 180,000 XP for all of our other characters. And triple that for Cecil. I'm really curious to see how Edward does here. Honestly. Okay. Okay. Yep. I mean, if we can keep him alive, he's gonna be worth it. Okay. That's a thing that's happening. Sid gained 3 levels, Edward gained 2 levels, Rosa gained 3 levels, Cecil gained 44 levels. See, that's why that was worth it. Let's just real quick roll out the rest of... We've got 3 hourglasses, so I'm just basically going to use them. Yep, he's doing more than Cecil. Now, granted, he is A-class cannon. He does not have hit point support. We're going to have to do stuff to keep him alive. But I feel like we can manage that, probably. And even if he just does damage like that for a little while, it's probably going to be fine against Thermos. Okay. So, I think we're going to go check Sealed Cave. And then I'm going to cry a little as I have to fight Kinazo. But I think we have a better shot at Kinazo with, you know, Paladin Cecil with an Excalibur and all the other junk we've just got. Edward now has the spoon. Like, it's going to be a faster fight than it was. And then we'll see if I regret my life choices. Like, I feel like I made the right choice as far as the party makeup goes. Is that right? No, that's not right. Like, Fusoya is great. And honestly, I probably shouldn't have kept the Edward. It just really amuses me. I really wanted to see the spoon in action. And I'm already impressed. But he is very much a glass cannon, and he's going to die horribly. Because Zeramus is going to use Big Bang, and Big Bang does like 2,000 damage, and he doesn't have 2,000 hit points. So basically, the strategy has to be to keep him. I'm thinking when the fight starts, I hide him before I use the crystal. Wait for the Big Bang, then bring him back out. It could work. Like, genuinely, that is a weird strategy that could totally work. Okay, looks like we have to keep it. Demon Wall spot has almost no magic. And now, since we don't have Fusoya, we also get to walk out. Oh, I also need to, real quick, while I'm thinking about it. This is supposed to be Cure 4. This is supposed to be exit, float, heal. I didn't adjust my magic after I got her stuff, so I was having to scroll down to get Cure 4. I'm at least slightly amused that I finally get the, you know, party together, and the fight I have is a scripted fight that I don't actually have to attack. And just to be very clear, yes, there is no way in hell I am doing Kenazo before Dark Elf. Mostly opening chests at this point on the off chance that we get a black belt. We got 3 crystal shields this time. This is a very shield heavy run. We got what, 4 or 5 ice shields at the beginning? I'm just gonna go ahead and do the fight. At this point, should be elements? What do we have left? Elements, it's not Volvalis. Water Hag? Elements. Bahamut? That's the kind of upbeat tune I need. It's clearly been too long since I played FF1. Bahamut. Perfect. Probably shouldn't have even done that. Probably should have just attacked, but that's fine. I forgot how fast Edward is, too. This is going to be really awesome. With that really anchored, really good Sid anchor. Adamant? Kenazo. Hopefully this works. That was probably a terrible idea. Crap. Yeah, whatever. Do I just eat it? Like, he's gonna counter with wave. Screw it. I'm not even trying. We have enough damage output at this point. I don't know if everybody's going to survive this, but we're killing him. We're killing him. Darn right you're hiding in the shell. You think going faster is going to help you? Ugh. Okay. There's the adamant. Let's do this. This heat has been way too long. This was supposed to be a quick, fun thing where I was going to put the spoon on as a joke, and it has become something horrible. We're going to check Kaipo's shop once we unlock it. Nope. Let's get out of here. Like, I'm so tired of seeds that require a near full clear. And this one technically didn't, but that Kanazo fight was horrendous. Like, post grind was a lot better, obviously. Having a Cecil and this Edward with a spoon gave us a better damage output so we could actually just tank through like that. But that was awful. And it was mostly the party makeup. Like, there's nothing that you could do with the party and equipment we'd found. $250 before the fight without taking into consideration all the deaths. So once again, the plan here is going to be Edward hides until after the first Big Bang. Everybody else, like, I'm going to have him hide before I even pull the crystal out. Silkweb, and then Bacchus and healing. Like, that's the plan. Edward will probably die partway through, My goal is just for him to have contributed enough damage to be worth it. I may not actually have Sid attack. I may have him be a play chemist. So Edward should be first. Nope. Come on. Oh my gosh. Hide. Please, thank you. His true colors emerged. Let's see what we got. I'm actually not... I don't think I'm familiar with that one. Chimus? It's awesome sprite. Like... anything else aside, that's an awesome sprite, and I'm very happy with it. Come on. Of course. As soon as I pass the turn. He's already, like, I've already done so much damage because of the Cecil at this point. But, whatever. Okay, there's our next shake. We're on to the next phase. And I think we should have enough damage going here to really just wreck the rest of this. There we go. I'm intentionally doing that to get a nuke counter. So when he uses nuke, he lowers his magic stat, which doesn't reset automatically until the phase changes. So theoretically, if we get another big bang here, Edward will survive it. That's my goal. Oh. Perfect timing. Meteo, should be Cure 4 immediately. Or we just win. Wow. Okay. So we're probably looking at 315 or so, I'm guessing, including the deaths. I'm not super happy with this run. Like, I don't know what I could have done better. I think that's what bothers me. Most of the time I feel okay because I know what I did wrong. Like, I can see, oh, I should have done this. In this case, like, I got the legend pretty early. I had a good kind of plan going, or at least I felt like I did. And the adamant being in that Kenazo spot just completely threw me off. I really don't know how I could have done that fight at a lower level. I probably could have just done a grind. Okay, I take it back. The one thing I should have done that I didn't do is I should have gone shopping before I went to the moon. The fact that I didn't have cabins, the fact that I didn't have star veils, and I ran into that wyvern was a mistake. That was like several levels of mistake. And that cost me a lot of time having to go back and forth and make that second trip to the moon. And if I hadn't done that, if I had the star veils to fight wyvern, I might have had my Cecil earlier, and the rest of that would have been a lot better. So yeah, congratulations, my foot. That was a really rough seed, though. I mean, it's an Edward start. Edward, Porum, Tella, all over the place. Yang's not my favorite. Completed in 302. Taking into account deaths and such, we're probably a little higher than that. It's the downside of the way that the in-game timer works, and the fact that I don't use an out-of-game timer, but I can check and get a rough count based on the videos. So yeah. We'll see where Mark ends up on this, and where Tony ends up on this, because apparently I rolled up a great seed for us all to play on a lovely Saturday afternoon. Yeah, no, this was one of the worst seeds I've played in quite a while. I'm really tired of full clearing things. I really wish that there was more to just... I wish there were more seeds that I could do that had that earlier finish. So yeah. Regardless, I hope you enjoyed, whether out of a sense of schadenfreude or just for the entertainment. If you're interested in running this, the information is down below. In the description, as always. It's a lot of fun even if you're not super familiar with Final Fantasy IV. Just watching a few of these, it's very much not the vanilla game. There's knowledge of the vanilla game that contributes, but that's not the driving force of this. You can get by with just watching some randomizer videos and learning where the treasure chests are, where the routing is, what kind of items are good or not, especially if you get ones with good commentary. Some of the races are better than others because they get people from the community to commentate. I love when they get good people going, and you learn so much. Also, Puexel, which if you're not familiar with, it's spelled like it sounds. Check it out. Check out his channel. He has some great runs as well, and he is very frequently good commentary. But yeah. With that, I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. I actually have done other runs since the last randomizer video, I finished Link's Awakening. So, I do play other games. Yeah. Have a good one. We'll catch you next time.